to teach in this way, that they could know copious amounts of information forever. It's had mixed results, which we'll talk about later, but at least it's fun. Okay, so I started rewriting the lyrics to popular songs with the stuff that they needed to know for my class. Here are some examples of some of the ones that we've done. Hey there, Delilah, by the way, tease. Yeah. If you want to wave a lighter, you can. Hello, Helene, your history is rather mystic, so I'll sing this little song about just what the Hellenistic heroes said. Their favorite part. About all the battles where you bled, beautiful dead. On the Aegean, spread amid the archipelago, Peloponnese Peninsula, you Greeks began there long ago and lived. Our culture to create and give, and grow our lives. Oh, it's all Greek to me. 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 So I start out with the geography, and then I go into a timeline, a brief timeline of Greek history from the Minoans, the very first of the Greek civilizations, down to Alexander the Great. This is his dad, Philip. And then I insert in some cultural bits in there too. Your alphabet is pretty cool with pi and phi and delta 2. We use so many of your words right now. Poly and monotheistic, paleo and neolithic. And don't forget Mesopotamia. Without you we couldn't make a poem or telephone our mom at home, study any of the ologies or history. And that, all of the words in there are Greek words, words that we use today, words that they need to know for, like stuff that they learned in my social studies class, or words that they use all the time, telephone, everything that begins in ology. The word history, the word poem is the Greek word for make. So, yeah. All right. That's how that works. I'll pull that up later, maybe. For Egyptian history, what else are you going to use, right? Okay. So you guys should be able to assist me in this. You know what? In all three classes, I've said I spelled Memphis wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix it real quick before I forget, or else I never will. Ta-da! Okay. In the northeast of Africa, one of the 7 continents, by the Big Red Sea, by the Big Red Sea, live Egyptian ladies and gents on the fertile banks of the Nile beside the Mediterranean, at the Memphis Delta. That's where we find the Egyptians. All the crowds by the river start saying, and yeah, that's what they do. They'll all get up and they start I try to make connections with America. In Egypt and in Tennessee, Memphis was ruled by a king. Khufu and Elvis, one lives and one that only sings. For Chinese history, a little Coldplay. The first empire in Beijing had 3 sovereigns and 5 kings, but then you founded the Shah when he saved them from a flood. When Yin turned to Yang, came the bronze-wielding Shang, conquered by the Iron Chow, with Confucius and the Tao. But the legalistic Qin built a wall so they would win. In 30 years they were gone, left their soldiers on the lawn. Sing a song of the Middle Kingdom with the mandate of heaven bringing in a place that they call jungle, where there's more at the West Plateau. By the banks of the Great Huanghe, China's sorrow of flowing clay, where muddy waters swirl in the middle of the world. Whoa! Anyway, here you have well, not all, but 10 of the Chinese dynasties. You can't get them all in there. Maybe you could, but it'd be a really, really long song. And let me tell you, it is hard to rhyme Chinese words. I'm probably saying them all wrong. And then in the chorus, talks about how the Chinese name for China is not China, it's Zhongho, which means the Middle Kingdom, and you've got the little symbol here, which means middle, the Chinese symbol, and it's about the Yellow River, Huanghei, which is just fun to say. Anyway, and that rhymes, and I didn't mean it to. For American history, this is one I did not do. This is another song that I learned from the Animaniacs.
Yes, I love it.
George Washington was the first you see. Once chopped down a cherry tree. President number 2 would be John Adams, and then number 3, Tom Jefferson, stayed up to write the Declaration late at night. He and his wife had a great big fight. She made him sleep on the couch all night. James Madison never had a son, then he fought the War of 1812. James Monroe's colossal nose was bigger than Pinocchio's. Most of this stuff was actually true. James Monroe did have a big nose, and Ulysses Simpson Grant was a drunk. Andrew Johnson's next. He had some slight defects. Congress each would impeach, and so the country now elects Ulysses Simpson Grant, who would scream and rave and rant while drinking whiskey, all the risky, cause he'd spill it on his pants. Yeah, then you've got all of the presidents. I had to add a couple of verses because this was written when the Clintons were still president, but all the way to Obama. You learn it, and then you've got, hey, that's okay, I'll forgive you this one. So you've got everything, and then if you remember it, then you can always, let's see, when was Eisenhower president? Let's see, Eisenhower's got the power from 53 to 61. Okay, got it. And then you go on. Who was president during World War I? I can't remember how the line goes, but Woodrow Wilson helps us win World War I. That's not it. Anyway, okay. So why does this work? All of you, I'm sure, have heard, multiple learning styles and all that stuff. And one of the big things that they talk about is the difference between the two sides of the brain. I'm really hoping that I remember correctly which side is the rational side, but I believe it's the left side. And that's the one that does the reading and the thinking and the math and all that kind of stuff, logic. The other side, and I've worked really hard on making that all rainbowy, is the artistic, creative, fun side. This is the side that you want at a party. So what has been happening in our schools is that the 4 core classes are primarily left brain type stuff. You try to do other stuff, but I'll admit it, it ends up being reading a paragraph out of the textbook and answering the questions, just because sometimes you burn out. And then the right brain side is engaged during the encore classes. We lose a great learning opportunity. We lose a great learning opportunity because when you combine the right and the left brain, it forms connections that make what you are learning that much stronger, and it helps it to stay with you. You know that the music stays with you, so now just put the facts in there too. This is something that we in particular